Well, good morning, everyone. So, heaven is in our heart for everyone today. May that be your truth. I know it's mine. So, this morning we just welcome everyone to Unity of London. We welcome them whether you are live at 501 Nelson Street. We welcome you whether you are on Zoom, and we welcome you whether you will listen to this broadcast later on our YouTube channel. So this is a great weekend, the 24th of May weekend, our first long weekend of the summer season starting. So we are just grateful that everyone can be here right now. So we do welcome everyone in person or online. So we'd like you to just check right now. If you are on Zoom, make sure you are muted. If you are at 501 Nelson Street, please take a look at your phone. You may want to tell them where you are, and then please put that on mute or silent or shut it off, whatever you would like to do. So Unity has a vision. And our vision, and you can repeat this with me, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And so with that, we also have a mission. So how do we accomplish this vision? Well, we have a mission as well, which you can repeat: co-creating with spirit to transform lives through shared spiritual awakening. So how do we do that? Sometimes it's easy to say and not so easy to implement. Well, we can be a loving, inclusive, supporting community. And I could see people dancing at that first song. That's being inclusive and supportive of this community and of people in our lives and people who may not be in our Unity community. We can also do that by promoting our God self, by promoting our self-expression. So once again, that dancing just shows joy and love and happiness. So we can do that as well. That's part of our mission. We can also live by what we believe, which are the 5 principles. So God is. There is only one power, one presence in the universe, God the good omnipotent. And I am part of that God being. There is that spark of divinity within me. And between that divine being and myself, we can co-create our life here on earth. And how do we communicate with that divine spirit? Through prayer and meditation. And so it's not just enough to know that there is one God, that we're part of that God goodness, that we co-create and that we can pray and meditate, but we need to live that in our daily lives. And of course, we want to inspire people to make a positive change in the world, however that is, however big, however small. If you've got big dreams, big projects, then that's fabulous. We can be assured that that's going to make a positive difference in the world. If it means supporting people right now that you know who may be having a little problem, calling them on the phone, visiting them, praying for them, that can make a positive difference as well, big or small. And of course, we do provide fellowship and education for spiritual seekers of all walks of life. So it doesn't matter what your spiritual or religious background is, you're welcome here. And so we just open our arms and invite people who are seeking to come on in. So today we've got some special announcements. And this, I think, is very exciting. I was talking to Lorraine about this prior to the service about our Unity window panels. And so a spirit group of 10 decided on the project design for the boarded up windows, and they're finally ready. So it's been almost 5 years since this project has been working. And so we want to thank Nancy for leading the painting and the key work details, and for Pauline, Janet, and Lorraine for painting, and Chris for the panels and for the upcoming installation. And after service today, if you're at 501 Nelson Street, you can view them in the children's room back by the prayer room. So just what I'm seeing here online, I just think they look so beautiful. And so it's really exciting to have those put up, and to just encourage the conversation that will take place around our Unity community and our neighborhood about what actually goes on at Unity. So this is so exciting. Thanks for everybody for partaking. Okay, next week, May the 26th, is our Unity of London Fish group. So this group, they are going to be making their affirmation towels. The towels are provided, but what is really important is if you want one of these affirmation towels, you have either today or tomorrow to provide the affirmation that you want put on your towel, to provide that information to our lovely leader of that group. Amber is taking that information, and she will prepare that so that you can have your affirmation towel. So do that today or tomorrow, final days. And of course, the Wednesday music nights. So this has been such a successful time, and people that I've talked to or heard from have said that how much they're enjoying this. And certainly Jim, as he mentioned last week, is really enjoying organizing. So it's a great opportunity every Wednesday from 8 to 9:30. And so this Wednesday, May the 22nd, we've got the Adrell sisters, Peter Dename, Rodney Perkins. It's $10 by e-transfer to Jim Chapman at Rogers.com, or cash at the door. So continue to support these wonderful, fun music nights. And so after service, we have Pauline. She's going to be our prayer chaplain at 501 Nelson. She will meet you in the prayer room should you require prayer, should you want prayer. It can be prayers of gratitude, whatever you like. And I will be online after the service. So please, for those of you who would like prayer from me, please just enter that information into the chat, and I'll stay on and we can pray together.
There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself, and I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient, and I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you got to let it go, let it all go, and this is what you have to say: I release and I let go, I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open. Yes.
We are free in the spirit. We are only here for God. So unity was founded over 130 years ago based on prayer. And so for those of you on Elkson Street, you can write the name of the person that you request prayer for on a little piece of paper beside the prayer box, which is at the front of the sanctuary. And that will be held in prayer by our prayer angels, our prayer chaplains for 30 days. And then those names will be sent on to Unity Worldwide Ministries for further prayer. So if during the week you feel that you would like to have prayer, then please take the opportunity to phone 1-800-NOW-PRAY, which is Silent Unity. And you will hear a kind and helpful voice willing to pray with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And of course, from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m., our prayer chaplains are online every day, praying with and for people as well. So if you'd like to join us, please check out the Zoom link and please join us Mondays at 9 o'clock or all through the week at 9 o'clock. And so this morning, we just like to go into prayer now. So if you just like to relax in your chair, close your eyes if you wish, and just breathe out and breathe in just comfortably. And as we come together this morning, we are grateful for the opportunity to spend time with our Unity community. We bless everyone attending all spiritual gatherings, knowing that there are many paths to the one God. We bless all those watching online, those at home, and those who will watch later. We pray for all of the people who may be traveling on holidays this weekend. Being that it is the Victoria Day weekend, we pray that they are safe on the roads, that they are safe where they're traveling, that they are safe when they return home. And we especially lift up today all of the people out west who are experiencing challenges with the forest fires. And we are grateful that they have seen some rain out there to help put out those fires. But we trust that everything is in place to help those individuals to we pray that they may be at peace, knowing that God is fully present for them, and that the highest and best, whether they can see it or not, is always unfolding in their lives. So we lift up anyone else who may be experiencing challenges. And we take this opportunity to hold anyone that you wish in blessings and prayer, and to speak their names quietly into this space. We bless our fellow Unity churches, Unity Spiritual Center Windsor, and our Canadian Unity ministers. And so as we move forth into this day, we understand and affirm that I am one with all that is. And so it is, and so I let it be. Amen. And so this morning we are welcoming our platform assistant, President Renee Sawa, for the reading of the daily word and the introduction of our speaker.
Good morning, everyone. Today's daily word is I am. I am a living expression of God. In the book of Exodus, Moses asks God his name. God responds, I am who I am. I am is the name of the divine presence within me, a reminder of my spiritual nature. Sometimes I may forget my divine identity by thinking of myself as weak, incapable, or unfortunate. If I have spoken disempowering words about myself, I release those thoughts and stop using those words. Each time I say I am, I strengthen my awareness of the truth of my being. I am God's love, wisdom, and strength, expressing uniquely as me. As I pay attention to my thoughts and words, I am able to recognize and release limiting thoughts more quickly. My awareness of my true identity grows stronger and stronger. He said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Matthew 16:15. Our guest speaker today is Tony Orvidas. Tony is a lifelong student and teacher of spirituality, metaphysics, and abundance manifestation, an experienced mentor, speaker, and trainer and author of Using the Law of Attraction. Tony has been an active member of Unity of London since 2012 and is a past president of the board of directors. Please join me in welcoming Tony Orvidas as we listen to his talk titled Good Vibes for a Good Life.
Thank you, Renee. Can you hear me okay? All righty. First of all, I'm just getting over a nasty cold, so if I start hacking or coughing, please kind of bear with me. Excuse me. All righty. Today's message, as Renee mentioned, is good vibes for a good life. How self-love is key to awakening your greatness. It's the first of a three-part series on becoming the best version of you that you can be. And your goal will be to be better today than you were yesterday. In this series, we'll be talking about using positivity to create lives we love, about changing beliefs, positive lifestyle habits, self-love and well-being, overcoming fear, and flowing with the universe. You'll learn or relearn that when you change the way you think, feel, speak, and act, you begin to change the world. All this from the book Good Vibes, Good Life by Vex King. Now, who the heck is this Vex King? Well, I first learned about him while watching him being interviewed on the Sounds True website. He's a #1 Sunday Times bestselling author, a social media content creator, and a mind coach. He experienced many challenges when he was growing up. His dad died just when he was a baby. His family were often homeless. He grew up in troubled neighborhoods where he was regularly subject to violence, racism. Despite this, Vex successfully turned his whole life around and now leads a revolution for the next generation of spiritual seekers, people somewhat like us. As a major voice in the world of personal development, Vex shares deep spiritual knowledge in a way that's quite easy to understand. He uses stories from his own life, inspirational quotes, and practical solutions. Many readers have rated his book as a masterpiece. The best book I've read in a long time, they said. Very inspiring, gives you a complete different outlook on life. Amazing from start to finish. Other viewers, however, have called Vex a spiritual lightweight and commented that Good Vibes, Good Life was just a book full of Instagram and Pinterest quotes. Preachy, condescending, and with less depth and emotional intelligence than a fortune cookie. Repetitive, simplistic, and shallow. Ouch. And I can see how some people might feel that way, but I find that sometimes you just need to get back to the basics. So most of what I'll be discussing with you this morning and in my messages in the next few months, you already know. But please bear with me and Vex. Maybe you just need a bit of a reminder. Maybe you have yet to put some of the concepts into practice, or perhaps you're just out of practice and need a proverbial kick in the butt to get moving. For some of you spiritual newbies, however, some of the information I'll share may be quite a revelation for you. Vex begins his book this way. I realize, he writes, that the good, the bad, and the downright ugly are all part of what I've become, all those events. Although some of them may have been painful, they're a blessing. They've taught me so much. My experiences have left me with a drive to find a way out of misery and a path towards a better life. I've written this book, he says, to share the lessons I've learned, in the hope that they'll provide you with some clarity and guidance to live what I call a greater life. It's up to you what you make from the stories. I accept that some ideas may resonate, while others will feel uncomfortable. Nevertheless, I do believe that if you can apply the concepts I discuss within the course of this book, you'll experience incredible positive changes in your life. So, you ready for positive changes? All right. Well, let's start with Bex's observations about self-love. It's the balance between accepting yourself as you are while knowing you deserve better, and then working towards it. In fact, self-love consists of two essential elements that must be balanced if one wishes to live a harmonious life. First element encourages unconditional love towards yourself. The focus is on mindset. The truth is, you won't love yourself more if, for example, you release weight. Notice I didn't say lose weight, because if you lose something, what do? You look for it. If you decide to get more buff or make more money or undergo cosmetic surgery, you may feel more confident, sure, if you do that, but true self-love is when you appreciate who you are and where you are, regardless of any transformation that you aspire to. The second element encourages growth, and the focus is on taking action. Improving yourself and your life is self-love because it means you recognize that you deserve more than just plain mediocrity. Bex then reminds us about the law of attraction and references the book The Secret, and I've talked about that before. Now, the premise of the law of attraction, or what Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, called mind action, is that what you think about, you bring about. In other words, we can attract the things we want into our lives by committing our thoughts to them. This also applies to things you don't want. Quite simply, whatever you focus on comes back to you. So the law of attraction stresses the importance of thinking about what you want rather than dwelling on things you fear, things you dread. The law of attraction places great emphasis on positive thinking. Next, Bex discusses the law of vibration. The universe responds to your vibration. It will return to you whatever energy you put out. To bring an idea into existence, or rather into your perception, you must match its vibrational frequency. The more real or solid something is to you, the closer you are to it vibrationally. That's why when you truly believe in something and act as if it were already true, you increase the chances of it coming to you and into your physical reality. To receive or perceive the reality you wish to have, you must be in energetic harmony with that which you desire. This means that your thoughts, emotions, words, and actions must align with what you want. Based on this principle of the law of vibration, to receive good vibes, you must project good vibes. As transmitters and receivers of vibrational frequencies, the vibrations we put out are always pulling stuff in that's vibrating at a similar frequency to us. This means the feelings we put out into the universe will be returned to us through matching vibrations. So, if you send out feelings of joy, then you'll be given more things to be joyful about. Make sense? The common misconception is that you'll feel good only once you have what you want. Well, the truth is, you can choose to feel good right now. Choose it. What have you got to lose? Bex then encourages us to consider our lifestyle habits. He tells us there are many lifestyle habits that will help you feel better by creating higher vibrations and will bring you closer to a more loving and joyful state. I'm going to go through his top 10. Number 1, surround yourself with positive people. Just like yourselves, surround yourself with people who are vibing higher than you actually. Be around people who are feeling better than you are. Energy is contagious. When you spend more time with people who add value to your life and elevate your mood, you'll begin to adopt their encouraging thinking patterns and reflect their vibrations back to them. You will then attract even more positive people into your life, thus reinforcing the good vibes all around. It is not selfish or a sign of weakness to distance yourself or walk away from those who constantly bring down your vibe. Number 2, change your body language. A 2003 study showed that if you fake a smile, you can actually trick your brain into thinking you're happy by releasing good-feeling hormones called endorphins. Fake it till you make it. You've heard that. Our entire body and physiology can affect our thoughts and feelings. By changing our outer state, we can change our inner state, and vice versa. It will likely be no surprise to you that most messages we give other people are nonverbal. Facial expressions, gestures, even the way we hold ourselves when talking. If you can act like someone who feels good, your internal state will change and your vibrations will rise. Number 3, take some time out. Sometimes you just must unplug yourself from the world for a moment so you can reset yourself. Don't underestimate the importance of taking time to relax. Sometimes we get so caught up in our lives and what's going on around us, we become overwhelmed and tense. That ever happened to you? Yeah, me too. The simple solution is to unwind and keep some distance from the things that are stressing you out. Stop watching, reading, and listening to the news. Don't be afraid to spend some time alone. Unplug. Get out into nature. Forest bathe. Natural environments have a recuperative effect by bringing both positive emotional states and encouraging psychological well-being. Find some inspiration. Number 4. Inspiration keeps me driven and optimistic, Bex tells us. Nowadays, there are so many ways we can get inspired. Self-help books, papers, empowering novels are all great, as are myriad digital resources of inspiration, such as podcasts. Don't underestimate the power of a great inspirational movie either, or a great Sunday message like this today. When you're inspired, you find drive and you feel good about what you're doing and where you're going and what's possible in your life. Number 5, stay clear of gossip and drama. Dramas for TV, not for real life. Don't play a part in someone else's episode in which they're the only star. At some point, we all find ourselves engaged in gossip. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it, do we? The worst part is that most people actually enjoy it. They relish it. They don't think they're being judgmental, and they see gossip as harmless. They just love the excitement of hearing juicy rumors about those around them, passing them on, and then getting a good reaction. But it lowers your vibration. Time is precious, and you should be investing it wisely by doing something constructive instead of gossiping. Number 6, sort out your nutrition and your water. What you consume consumes you, and what consumes you controls your life. Everything you eat and drink is important as it affects your vibration. In 1949, a guy named Andre Simonton published his research on the electromagnetic waves of food. He realized that each food not only has a particular number of calories, okay, that's chemical energy, but also an electromagnetic power that vibrations keep on going. Simonton divided the foods into 4 categories according to a scale of vibration, 0 to 10,000 angstroms. The first or top category was full of high vibration foods, including fresh fruits, raw vegetables, whole grains, olives, nuts, sunflower seeds, soy, coconut. The fourth, lowest category, exhibited practically no angstroms, had very low vibrations, and included margarine, conserves, alcoholic spirits, refined white sugar, and bleached flour. And in case you're wondering about chocolate, it's actually in the third category. Now, there's been a lot of additional research into this field of nutritional vibration, and you'll find that Simonton was really not that far off. And oh yes, drink a lot of fresh, preferably filtered water. Number 7, express gratitude. The more you count your blessings, the more blessings you'll have to count. Being thankful is one of the simplest and yet most powerful habits that you can possibly cultivate. By counting your blessings daily, you can begin to condition your mind to look for good in everything around you. By expressing gratitude, we not only transform our vibrational state and become more magnetic to the good things, we're also able to put things into greater perspective. Number 8, study your emotions. Ignoring negative emotions is like keeping poison in your system. Learn to understand everything that you feel. The aim isn't to force positive thoughts, but to transform the negative ones into something healthier so you can feel better. So don't suppress your negative emotions. Instead, identify them, challenge them, understand them, and then replace them, raising your vibration. That's why introspection is so important for personal development. Number 9, be aware of the present. For every second you spend thinking about the next moment, you avoid embracing the present. As we continue to distract ourselves from the present moment, we become more anxious, fearful, stressed, right? Worries overwhelm us in our everyday lives because we're now conditioned to live elsewhere, somewhere in our head, rather than right here. We make life all about a future that exists only in our imagination and completely miss what's happening in front of us. Live in the moment. Live in the now, just like Eckhart Tolle tells us. Number 10, meditate. To the uninitiated, a meditation practice can appear daunting, time-consuming, difficult to get to grips with. Bex, like me, avoided it for many years for those exact reasons. Like many people, he planned to meditate, but never quite got around to it. When he finally began, he found it awkward and wasn't sure if he was doing it right or if it was actually working. His practice was inconsistent, and he struggled to see how it could possibly benefit him. Eventually, as he persisted in the practice, he noticed a new ability to remain calm and at peace in the midst of chaos. He had more conscious control over his thoughts, and as a result, he felt more joyful more often. He also concluded that his Buddhist teacher was right. Everything and anything done in a state of conscious awareness can be meditation, even the washing up. So that's Vex's top 10 lifestyle habits. Now, what I would have added, and perhaps you as well, is number 11, exercise, right? Walking, yoga, running, weights, bicycling, stretching, swimming. That sure raises my vibes. Nothing better than being out of breath with an elevated heartbeat, sweaty and stinky after a good workout. Agreed? Yes. But then again, it's Vex's book, not mine, so just ignore the last point. As we get to the end of today's message, let's listen to a few final words from Vex. Going after a greater life is far from easy, and that's why most people settle for less. But if you take the time to absorb what you've learned and start acting with determination, positivity, tenacity, you won't be one of those people. One small step at a time, you'll build unstoppable momentum and move ever closer to the life you've dreamt of living. Remember, there's a lesson in every challenge, a lesson in every failure, which means your failures don't have to be failures at all. They're just twists in your path to greatness. If you commit your whole heart to achieving something and it doesn't work out, well, you can take that as a promise from the universe that it wasn't the right thing for you because something better is coming. And if something feels wonderfully, deeply, powerfully right, it probably is. Go with it. Let it flow. And stay tuned for more good vibes in part 2 of my message in just a couple of weeks. Thank you. By the way, it's going to be all about loving yourself. Good, eh? Let's prepare now for meditation. The guided portion is based on a chapter from our book, Good Vibes, Good Life. Begin by using your intuition to assess your current level of energy. How would you rate your vibrational from 1 to 10? 1 is I feel low and down, and 10 is I feel great, peaceful, full of joy. What's the first number that comes to your head? Don't question it. Remember it. We'll now move on to a meditative state. Keep your eyes open. Sit back and relax. Become conscious and aware of your physical body. Become conscious of your breathing. Just observe. Let the air go deep into your lungs and then breathe out. Now, as you take a deep breath, imagine you're filling your lungs with as much air as possible, then expelling all the stale air as you exhale. Feel your belly moving up and down with every breath. Feel your chest moving up and down with every breath. Now look around you. Notice the colors and the patterns you see without judgment. Just observe. Let your eyes absorb all that's around you. And then slowly close your eyes. Watch what comes to the screen of your mind. Let your thoughts pass by with no judgment. There's no right, no wrong. Relax your eyelids while you observe what comes and goes within your mind. And keep noticing the pattern of your breath. In, out, expansion and contraction. Listen to the sounds around you. Are there any that stand out? Listen to the sound of your breath, in and out. Bring your awareness to your entire body. Is there any tension? There's no need to change anything. Simply notice any sensations in your body. Are there any feelings or emotions arising right now? What are they? Where in your body are they located? Observe, feel, listen. Just stay still for the next couple. when you're ready, slowly start to move your hands and feet. Open your eyes. Smile. We are at the end of our meditation. So let's check your level of energetic vibration. How would you rate your vibration level now? Is it higher than before? Great. If not, keep practicing at home. Either way, you've done good. Amen.
Okay, so thank Tony for that great talk. It's really interesting. So I wrote down all of those sort of steps, if you will. And for me, one of the things that showed up at the beginning when you were talking, Tony, about things that you want in your life that might make you feel better. And I'm not sure if it was a Freudian slip or not. One of the things that you might have been needing to say was cosmetic surgery, but instead you said cosmic surgery. And I like cosmic surgery a whole lot better than cosmetic surgery. So thanks for the cosmic surgery today, Tony.
Standing at the edge of the life I know, afraid to step forward, can't see what's below. I've come so far to the top of this hill, don't wanna go backward, I refuse to stand still. Faith is knowing I've gotta keep going when life isn't flowing and I don't know why. Wanna keep growing, can't just sit here and cry. Taking the leap, I'm gonna learn how to fly. Thought life was a lesson, like being in school, where I would be safe if I played by the rules. In the blink of an eye, the whole world can change. Till nothing's familiar, no sure thing remains. Faith is knowing I've gotta keep going when life isn't flowing and I don't know why. Wanna keep growing, can't just sit here and cry. Taking the leap, I'm gonna learn how to fly. I'm through playing small, I want so much more. No fear at all, I'm ready to soar. Faith is knowing I've gotta keep going when life isn't flowing and I don't know why. Wanna keep growing, can't just sit here and cry. Taking the leap, I'm gonna learn how to fly. Faith is knowing I've gotta keep going when life isn't flowing and I don't know why. Wanna keep growing, can't just sit here and cry. Taking the leap, I'm gonna learn how to fly. Taking the leap, gonna learn how to fly. Taking the leap, I'm gonna learn how to fly.
for the way that people participate with their time, talents, and treasures at Unity of London. And so today, as our assistants go throughout the room collecting the tithes and offerings, we're grateful for that as well. And we're grateful for the people during the week who have already made their tithes and their offerings. And we know that we can participate in many ways, including by writing a check, by using our credit card, MasterCard, Visa, or debit, by going on the tithing site, or by an e-transfer to unityoflondon@hotmail.com. So thank you, everyone, for all of your ongoing support. All right, so if you'd like to repeat after me, we'll bless our offering. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I just thought I'd put in an extra line there, see if somebody was paying attention. So we're going to repeat now our prayer for protection. So the light of God surrounds me. I am the light. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yay, God. So now just join hands and sing our peace song. Okay, so is there anyone online or in the live at 501 Nelson who'd like to comment on Tony's talk today?